Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. This is a video that I wanted to make tonight, especially tonight, because it is a few hours after Bayern lifted the Meisterschaft. I don't care about German anymore. I tried learning and I quit the first day because it was too difficult. All these Ich bin, Pish, Pipa, I'm sorry. It's just such a hard language. Who decided to be freaking, oh yeah, hey dude, we should make a language that's extremely difficult to learn, yeah. Well, they wouldn't sound like a normal American kid. Well, whatever, it's not important. Bayern have lifted the Meisterschale and it's a superb accomplishment. Hansi Flick is one of 5 players to win the Bundesliga as a player, and now he's a manager and lifted it too. Ironically, the other one right before him was Niko Kovac. Amazing, we love you, Nico. Come back, Nico. How can you want Niko Kovac back? But speaking on Kovac, this season, Hansi Flick, thank you so much. Look, when you succeed, look at successful people in life. Bill Gates, one of the most successful people. Jeff Bezos, the same. Highly successful. People forget that you weren't always successful. This season is just the epiphany of that. At the beginning of this season, we hated this squad. No one liked these players. I thought these players could go to hell. They could go to Bavarian hell, whatever that would contain. No beer and no lederhosens, apparently. That's probably what it would contain. That's probably hell for a lot of Germans, to be fair. But for me, I felt like this season just wasn't it at the beginning. We beat Tottenham. There were some highlights. We beat Spurs 7-2. Everyone was like, Bayern was going to win the Champions League. Even then, I was like, nope, we're going to get smacked by some team from Portugal that has more confidence than us. We're going to get smacked. We didn't really break teams down well, so we got a lot of draws and lost a few games. We weren't dominating in games. And when I mean dominating, people think I mean, oh, it's just so easy. No. I mean, the players have this mentality to keep going and score the first goal. Instead of parking the bus, you go for the second. Look at today. Today was an example. Wolfsburg, we're winning 4-0. Hansi Flick is urging the players to come back so we can break a record of 101 goals. That's what I mean when I say Hansi Flick is such a freaking weirdo. He's literally urging his players to come back so we can restart and attack again to break this record. When we're 4-0 up, that's not something that I can take for granted, man. Absolutely superb. Hansi Flick. These players, like I said, we hated them. We didn't like them. They lost 5-1 to Frankfurt. The worst Bayern game I've ever watched. Now, there could be Bayern games. You could say, what about 2016 Atletico? Look, this is going to sound very extremely crazy to you, but I only decided, you know what? I want to watch Bayern week in, week out in 2018 after the World Cup. I think everyone should know that by now. I didn't care. Like I said, I didn't watch the Champions League. I couldn't tell you who won all the champions. You know, it's not that simple here. It's not like I can just turn on Sky Sports and they're showing the Champions League in the US. I don't even know what channel it's on right now because I don't watch TV. I watch subscription services. You know, it wasn't something that I decided to dedicate my time on. Obviously, getting my own computer, my own room, and my own comfort, I just decided, you know what? I need to take this more seriously. Like it's a freaking job. And I started watching Bayern week in, week out. So you can imagine, I've never watched Bayern good. I have never watched Bayern in the Champions League. Like I said, I've identified as a Bayern fan since 2014. After Ian Robin did what he did to Spain, I just decided, you know what? I like this guy. And I started following Robin. And then I just decided, I'll just support Bayern. And then obviously as time went by, I just started identifying with things of the club. I just started identifying with the Mia San Mia mentality. I'm an entrepreneurial person. I believe in hard work. I believe in arrogance. Some people, my teacher, called me arrogant. And I was like, you know what? That's Bayern. So for me, I've never seen Bayern good. Like, that's kind of sad to think about. I've only watched us be bad. You know, I still can't bring myself to go watch the Liverpool game last season. Because guess what? I faked being sick, guys, to stay home so I could watch that game. I told my mom I wasn't feeling good so she could call my school and say, George can't come in today, he's sick, so I could watch Bayern get spanked by Liverpool in the Champions League. I hyped that game up so much. My friends, Real Madrid fans, they were all convinced because of the things I said that Bayern were going to win the Champions League. I was like, we didn't, and I just, you know, that let me down. Like, It's not even one of the, like, the Champions League is different, right? We could lose a Bundesliga game. That's different. Because even if you lose a Champions League group stage game, that's different. But when it's a knockout game, like when it's the Champions League, you know it's the most important club competition. When you lose a Bundesliga game, oh, Dortmund could just drop points and you could get back any points that you lost. Even if you're 10 points down, you could still find your way back up because of the teams around you. So obviously losing a Bundesliga game is not as bad as losing a Champions League game. Obviously I don't want any of them. Even drawing a Pokal, I would rather lose a DFB Pokal final than lose a Champions League knockout game. Because for me, it's so much about pride. It ain't even about just how big. Well, this is obviously the Champions League is the second biggest tournament in the world. The first is the World Cup, and then the Champions League, and then some other, non-important competitions in other sports. Maybe the cricket final or something, the rugbies. I don't freaking care. But the Champions League is that important. So when you lose that, y'all, maybe some of you have been Bayern fans, been watching Bayern since you were born in 1990, but I didn't get that chance. I don't know how Franz Beckenbauer really was. I can only watch the highlights. I don't know how Bastian Schweinsteiger really was. I can only watch the highlights. I can only watch what I can watch, the games that I can watch in the limited time I have. I'm not going to sit here and analyze every single Bayern season since 1956. It's not going to happen. Like, I'm not doing that. Oh, jeez. Imagine me sitting here actually doing that. I might want to watch the finals in the 70s, in 74s, and 75, and 76, because I haven't watched those yet. But obviously I know Franz Beckenbauer was a baller from the highlights. I watched one highlight of him versus the Holland national team, and I was like, he's the best center back of all time, just because he played for Bayern. But just for me, in my personal perspective, I've never watched Bayern good. And I'm not ashamed of it. Call me plastic. You might say, oh, you started supporting Bayern in 2018. Well, I chose the wrong team to glory hunt for then. I sure chose the wrong team at the wrong time. I could have just been some Man City fan or something. I don't know. I could have been a fan of a team that was just perfect at everything. But I chose Bayern. But you know what? If you call me a glory hunter or call me whatever you want, I'm still gonna I love Bayern. This club is my club too, and I might not be at the Allianz Arena. I don't live in Germany, but I offer my support in different ways. Or offer moral support. I'm not there screaming in German. I can't speak German. I can't chant in German, surely. So I offer my support in different ways. But like I said, the last 2 years have not been Bayern's year. And Hansi Flick has rejuvenated this feeling inside the club that Bayern were associated with. The fact that we have the most possession in the league, yet press the most, is the most ludicrous thing to me. How do you have the most possession, have more of the ball, which means technically you shouldn't be doing a lot of defending, yet we're the most proactive defensive team? Yet Kimmich ranks higher than everyone in the league for covering the most grass. And I think a few lists down, Pavard is up there, Davies is up there. We have players all over the place. Tackles made, it's us. Leipzig are supposed to be the highly energetic tackling team, Nope, it's Bayern up there. Because that's the Mia San Mia mentality that Hansi Flick has reinstalled into that freaking team. It was like they were outdated under Kovac. His tactics were outdated. He might as well have just been Window XP. Because it was so old. The way we played was it was almost like one of those British teams, like 4-4-2, whack the ball to your striker, lay it off to the other striker and run in behind. So old, so annoying to watch, so boring, so one-sided. I noticed one thing though, our wingers did improve. I will say this, Coman actually did put in consistent numbers and consistent performances because we were so focused on our wingers. But it just was never good. Our movement, our coaching wasn't good. The tactics weren't good. There was no belief in the squad. Thomas Müller was angry. So was James. So was Lewandowski, even though he was scoring. Everyone was negative because Kovac just wasn't it for the club. He might have been a good servant for the club when he played here, but he wasn't it. And I think Hansi Flick has overachieved. If he wins the Champions League, he has to be one of the first managers to take a team that was crap and turn this season around. So many people are going to make us feel like, this title was easy. Nope. Not that many teams could actually do what we did in the second half of the season. Look at the way we played. Dismantled team. We were ruthless. Hoffenheim, ruthless. 6-0 out of nowhere. This is what I meant. This is what I mean. Bayern became ruthless. We became, we're getting you. We're fighting you. And guess what? You don't just come to the Allianz anymore and try to counter us. Nope, we'll score 4 goals before you counter us. When you counter us, just be prepared to have Alphonso Davies running back at you. Pavard, Kimmich, whoever's covering, running back at you. Thiago, just be prepared for relentless, just be prepared to be under the cuff for 90 minutes straight in a game. Because that's the Bayern way. That's the way we operate these days. We won't let you have space. You won't come to our stadium anymore. Look at Werder Bremen. Look at Mönchengladbach. Last season, they toyed with us. I think we lost twice to Gladbach last season, didn't we? We lost a lot of games last season. God, not this season. This season, we lost to Frankfurt. We've taken L's to Leverkusen and Mönchengladbach back to back. Yeah, but we're back. I think this is a Bayern team that I can look at. People are telling me, oh, the 2013 team was, I know it was dominant, and I don't have to have watched every single game to know the difference between Jupp Heynckes and Pep Guardiola and Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo and Delort. I don't have to be an expert to know these things when you compare them. And once again, I feel like since 2013, 2010, people forget, although it wasn't Jupp Heynckes in 2010, Bayern were still very, very good in 2010. We should have won against Inter Milan, should have won against Chelsea, should have won against, well, we did win against Dortmund. And for me, it's just incredible. I feel a certain confidence building in the club that we can go on and actually solidify ourselves even more this decade. I think for a club like Dortmund, 1 Champions League in 30 years is probably their club's accomplishment, which is the issue with them as our main competitors. I don't want them to be our main competitors anymore. I want a Leipzig to show up. I want Hertha Berlin to put their money where their mouth is. It's becoming a reality. Bayern can win. Bayern can be... I think this will be the first time since the 70s that Bayern won more than 1 Champions League in 1 decade. It's depressing to think about because we've been in so many finals. 1999 final, and then you had to win it in 2001 in an annoying fashion too. 2010 should have won it, but you lost 2-0 to Inter. Shouldn't have lost. 2012 lost in our own stadium to Chelsea. Shouldn't have lost. And there's this feeling that Bayern were always so close, but now I feel like we have the manager. We have competent squad. I don't think our squad's even that good. Obviously, we have the best striker in the world, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, best left back in the world, one of the best CDMs in the world, one of the best central midfielders in the world, and some top class players along that. And Muller, one of the best cams in the world. You have top class everywhere. If you look at it from 1 to 11, are we winning games because of our squad? No, because we lost games with the same squad. So for me, the only thing that has changed is a competent coach and also a competent manager. I think Bayern is not the Pep Guardiola type club. We were never looking for Pep. I think people think Pep came in and winning 2 doubles was no, it wasn't an accomplishment, especially at Bayern. You have to win the Champions League, especially if you're a manager of Pep's quality. You inherited one of the best squads in the world. You have no excuses. I don't care if you got unlucky once, twice, 3. No, Pep built his own luck. Look at 2015. This guy pulled up to the Camp Nou, Barcelona, and gegenpressed Barcelona with Messi, Neymar, Suarez for 90 minutes straight and conceded 3 goals. And people were surprised that we conceded that many goals. That's what happens. What do you expect? Just park the bus away from... You know what? I won't talk about Pep. Hansi has done more for me and added more to our team than Pep did. I'm being serious. I don't care what you say about me. I might be dumb, call me stupid, but Bayern under Pep, all I know, watching every single semi-final, we lost, even won. Same old style. Hansi were complete. We score from different positions. Kimmich can whack an equalizer from the freaking edge of the opposition box. We saw today, Mikel Cousins can whack an equalizer from the edge of the opposition box. Thiago can do something special. We have different things, and if you look at the XG, Lewandowski is scoring more, but so is Gnabry, so is Coman, so is Perisic, so is Coutinho. Like, everyone was performing like this. And then Hansi came in and we're all performing like this. End of the video. Basically, my point is thank you so much to Hansi Flick. You have given me joy. You know what? I won't be embarrassed to say it. I was sleeping. I couldn't sleep a few days ago, right? And I was just there making chants for when Bayern win the Champions League, or if I will be singing those chants when we get to the watch-alongs when the Champions League is back. Oh, don't worry. Oh, he's in our defense. He solves our cases. Fonzie Davies. Oh my God. Oh, cases Davis. In our defense. That in our defense solves our cases, court, but also pitched. Whatever. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you to Hansi Flick. Mia san mia. Peace.